Welcome to the Deep Dive. So today we're tearing into a devotional text that centers on a really intense spiritual mandate. Serve the Lord steadfastly and with joy. And this source material, it's excerpts from Rhapsody of Realities by Pastor Chris. It's less of a gentle meditation and more of a tactical guide. You know, it demands a deep commitment.
It really does. And our mission today is to analyze the three core requirements the source outlines for maintaining that kind of faith.
Okay.
First, there's steadfastness, then a really strict adherence to the word, and finally, practical daily love.
And there's this tone of urgency running through the whole thing.
A huge sense of urgency. The text frames these as absolutely necessary, especially because it warns that time is running short and spiritual decline is a real threat.
Yeah, it all really seems to hinge on that foundational verse from 1 Corinthians 15:58. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, for as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord.
Unmovable, that's the key.
So let's unpack that first requirement, steadfastness. The source makes it very clear that this commitment is, and I'm quoting here, not a game.
It's serious business.
Absolutely. It requires constant vigilance. The text uses this really motivating language, saying the time for action is right now.
So it's a call to action.
It is.
Yeah.
It translates into this need for daily, intentional focus to stir up your pure mind and, do a kind of spiritual self-examination. Basically, a constant audit of your priorities.
And if that's the attitude you need, what's the map?
Right.
The source is incredibly clear on this. It's an absolute focus on the word. And it's not just about reading. It's about making the word have, dominion over your spirit, your thoughts, even your opinions. They point directly to that warning in Joshua 1.7.
The one about not deviating.
Exactly. Not from it to the right hand or to the left. It's like setting a perimeter around your focus to stop any drift.
That concept is so key, isn't it? Especially now with so many distractions.
It is.
It makes that analogy from Psalm 119 so relevant, describing the word as a lamp unto your feet and a light unto your path.
Yeah.
In practical terms, it's how you're supposed to navigate complex decisions. It lights up the next right step when everything else feels murky. Okay, so if internal discipline is the first pillar, the source then moves to external threats.
It doesn't present this as an easy journey.
Not at all. It acknowledges the environment is hostile. It brings up these potent warnings about a falling away first.
And then that somber prediction from Matthew.
That because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. I mean, it's not just a quote. The source presents it as an active reason why people lose their way.
And this is where the analysis gets, I think, really deep. Because what do you do when faith loses its heat?
What's the response?
Well, the source offers a kind of defense mechanism, watchfulness, maintaining that fervency, and proactively protecting your spirit.
Protecting your spirit.
Yes. The text insists that those who are serving correctly must look different from the world. And that difference has to be something you can actually see in their behavior.
And that observable difference, according to this, it all boils down to one simple but very demanding quality.
Love.
Love. That's the ultimate identifier. We see it right there in John 13:35. By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples, if ye have love one to another. All that steadfastness has to translate into action, into care.
Exactly. The big takeaway is that this Christian life is a daily recommitment. It's not a one-and-done thing.
Right. You have to make every day count.
You do. By focusing on action, walking in the light, as 1 John describes it, and producing tangible results, what the text calls the fruits of righteousness, discipline becomes output.
So if we synthesize all this, the source is giving us a continuous three-part cycle.
It seems so.
Persistent self-examination to stay focused, strict adherence to the word for guidance, and then the constant daily manifestation of love and joy. It's demanding, but it's clear.
And that leads to a final thought for you to consider. The text is so strong on this mandate to protect your spirit from things that dissipate your faith and zeal.
Guarding against apathy.
Exactly. So how do these principles, this radical steadfastness and demonstrable love, how do they actually function as practical protective firewalls?
A defensive strategy.
A daily defensive strategy against distraction and moral fatigue, especially in a world the source warns will only become more challenging. Well, thank you for joining us on this deep dive into, really, the power packed into a single specific word.
It's fascinating stuff.
It really is. We'll catch you next time on The Deep Dive.
We trust you were blessed by this episode. To gain unlimited access to Rhapsody of Realities by Pastor Chris, please download the Rhapsody app using the link myapp.rhapsodyofrealities.org. God bless you.